Yo, Logan, you trying to make a podcast?
Honestly,
Why not?
why not?
Fuck yeah.
So,
Honestly,
fuck
you didn't
it.
like that?
well, we'll just carry on just like this. This
All
works out perfectly. So today we got 2 extras on the podcast. So typically it's just the main 3, but now we got 2 others, Dylan and Zach. One of them is a psycho, and the other one, he's here.
Hello, I'm not the psycho.
Oh, there we go. Oh, my bad.
White people were the first slaves.
Okay, well, that was a hard topic
That
to
was-
start it on.
Damn.
Wait,
No, nah,
no, hold on.
no,
I want to
here's
hear your
the-
thoughts on this.
That was
Okay,
not
no,
no son.
How does that make sense?
No. Okay, so a black
yes.
person, like a black doctor, I can't remember the fuck she was, like an investigator, she looked into all the research on it and shit.
Okay.
And back then, white people were the first slaves to black people, and black people sold black people to white people when they were slaves. So technically,
Did you use Wikipedia?
no, it's an actual thing. An actual investigator, a black woman, did a whole thing on this.
Okay.
And white people
Real
were
thing?
the first slaves to Jewish people.
Okay.
We were originally slaves
Oh, God. Why are we laughing at slaves?
because they look
Oh,
funny.
God. That is
They
such
what?
How do you
Don't eat,
how do you
bro.
start a thing like that?
Yeah, this is just such a wild
Oh,
start.
you know what is a crazy thing to talk about? Mine, Logan, and Trent's stay yesterday.
Yo, that honestly was crazy.
We had a weird day. So we decided, all of us were like, all right, we're going to go play pool, because Logan was like, all right, let's go play pool. And I said, all right, I'm down. So he called Trent, and Trent was down to play. Wyatt, he said no. Zach said no. I don't even know where you were. But,
I think you said you couldn't that day.
yeah, so we had to go, just us 3. But as we left, we're walking to go to the pool place, and we ended up having to take a detour to go to a garage sale that ended up just being antiques and a bunch of old people. And you know the best part about that was? Logan decided that we walked up to a garage sale, and Logan was wearing a shirt that says "Gets no pussy" up to a bunch of old people and antiques.
It was horrible.
He almost walked away.
I got him the shirt.
That's true. Yeah, so then we were gonna walk down to the pool place, and we ended up running into an ice cream truck. Yeah, an ice cream truck.
What?
You don't see those anyway. Is there ice cream trucks in town?
No, it was so funny though when we seen the ice cream truck, he was just
No, we didn't even see it. We heard it at first.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no.
we were
I was
walking.
like, wait, guys, do you hear that sound?
Yeah,
And we seen an ice
I
cream
was
truck
like,
pulling
yeah,
up
what is
on
that?
us.
Logan looks over and he's like, wait, what's that? I look over and there's an ice cream truck down the road. Which is weird. Is there ice cream trucks here often?
Hell no.
No?
No,
Yeah.
no, but it's because where did this guy come from?
Yeah, well, seriously. And then we know the best part was we get over to the ice cream truck.
You're just trying to diddle some kids.
He might have been.
Was
but-
there actual ice cream in the ice cream truck?
Yeah, no, dude, listen, here's the best part, though. Best part's coming up. So when we get to the ice cream truck, we're talking to the guy, and I'm looking at this poster in the back window, and he said something under his breath, but it wasn't very loud. He pointed at it, and he's a prisoner. So there was a thing on the back thing. He was a prisoner, just got out of jail. He was a criminal, right? So he had he's safe to sell ice cream to people and kids and things like that. So who knows what he
Why
did,
the
but he
fuck
was
is
a
he
criminal.
allowed to do that?
They said he's safe. He has the poster to prove it. It's
Yeah,
green
no,
and
you
says
should have
safe.
tasted the ice cream though. He had
No.
his special ice on the side though on this tray, and he was like crushing it up right there for us.
Yeah, he was snorting some. No, but no, it was actually really good because he made us. We all got milkshakes instead of ice cream at an ice cream truck. But there was ice cream in our milkshakes. But no, they were probably some of the best milkshakes I've ever had in my life. He made I swear, people who've been in prison know how to make meals and drinks. Because they're in there for so
I
long.
want to try that ramen shit that they make, They put a
Oh
bunch
yeah,
of
yeah,
shit
yeah.
in it.
Oh.
I've tried some of that before actually.
Is it fire?
Yeah, it's not bad because I'm not gonna go into details, but my uncle was in prison for a while, all 3 of them. But I had the one teach me all types of prison meals, and they were actually really good. I know a prison shake that involves instant coffee. I was telling you about it, I think.
Yeah.
It is really good. It's
That
it's a
sounds
cold
hard.
it's a cold shake with instant coffee, milk. It's delicious. It's so good, and it's made from prison, which is the best part. I don't know, the prison's crazy. There's a lot of stuff
Special
people do in
cream.
there.
Special cream.
Special cream.
I don't know if they're adding that in prison.
Come on, man.
Oh,
Don't
the
drop the soda.
heavy creamer.
They're
know what?
not adding
Don't
that
drop the
to
soap.
the fucking drinks.
Yeah, they're not adding it to their drinks.
Bro, heavy creamer would be a fire stripper name.
Heavy.
Yo.
Now you get like a big black guy. Yo, he's a heavy creamer. Heavy creamer on stage.
I was watching some weird documentary thing.
Oh
earlier.
God, what's this? He was talking about some heavy creamers, and now you're talking about documentaries.
Yeah, it fits in. Trust me. I was watching some weird documentary because I started playing. It was like one of the funny documentaries that guy I told you about that does the funny ones. I told you about on the last podcast.
Yeah.
So it was him. He was doing a podcast on prostitutes and hookers in Las Vegas.
Imagine
Well-known
being a
around there.
famous hooker.
Yeah, like a local town. That's just horrible. Hey, I know you.
It's like a
I
business.
saw you last week. Was it a motel? Oh
You
man,
think there's
horrible.
famous pimps?
Famous pimps?
Probably.
No, they're probably. I bet you. Here, you know, I'm gonna
Pimps
search.
look
I'm gonna
sick.
search up a famous pimp right now because I can guarantee, if you were to search up a famous pimp, there's probably one out there. There's no way there's not.
A famous pimp.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's probably. Oh, right here. We
Right
got
here.
one right here.
Oh, who's that?
No need to Google. Put your phones away.
Bro, you remember Boondocks?
Oh my!
Remember? Yo, what's your name? I'm a fucking pimp.
He had that legendary speech about codependency.
All right, so here's the
You
two
gotta
things.
smack
You guys want to
the
hear the
bitch.
things that came up when I searched famous pimp on Google? So the first thing I get is, it goes, list of famous black pimps. I never said black. I just said pimps.
Well, have you ever heard of a white pimp?
Yeah, he's right here with us.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I love
You
women.
pimping
Oh, man,
hoes?
I would not pimp a woman. I would never.
And then there's America's most famous pimp, posed for elected office, dies. So we had a pimp going for elected office, and he died. Damn. Yeah, that sucks.
Was he the
Man.
Muslim?
Was he a Muslim? He might have been. Wait, what? What?
What?
The Muslim guy.
Oh, were you going for him? You cheering on him?
Is he thinking about NDP?
I think so.
I don't even know. Like, I'm reading through this, and like, I don't even know who this is. I've never heard of this. It's like got a full thing. Like, it's a full page on some site called AP News.
Oh.
This could be completely fake. Paharump. He might be Muslim. Nev.ap. America's most famous pimp partied for days with porn stars, political pals, and others too. How do you put that together? Porn stars and political pals. That's like another podcast name. Porn stars and political pals.
All right, so I have what's your favorite porn star?
All right, we'll go around the table. You asked the question. What's your answer?
Yeah,
I asked, so I gotta hear your guys.
Skylar Box.
That was
Bro,
a pretty quick.
That was so
answer.
quick. You know what he was doing before he got to the podcast.
Bro,
just warming
nah.
up.
If there's someone I want to come to, please just look up her.
Oh.
Bugs?
She's big tits, big ass, fucking.
No, I know.
Yeah.
He's like doing a description.
Oh, not bad.
It's not bad.
That's measurements.
Why it's like why he looks depressed? Do you have like a really dark one you don't want to talk about?
I'm trying to think, but like,
He's like, there's too
I don't
many.
know any
See,
names.
I know mine. Hold on.
That's because she has kind of emo
You,
look.
you know him by the back,
I
right?
think
No.
there's
you-
one. I think there's one.
Oh,
Bro, y'all know Eva Elfie or some
Yes.
shit.
Okay,
She's
okay,
so
okay.
fire.
I won't,
Isn't
I'm
it
not
just
gonna.
like-
I'm not gonna down on that.
Isn't she like Russian or some shit? Like,
Yes.
Probably, bro. Imagine,
Russian,
like,
Ukrainian,
some
something like
random
that.
Russian, Brazilian bitch pulling up on you and shit.
Do you remember Miss Ward?
Who's Miss Ward?
Oh,
Miss Ward.
I don't know
yeah.
Miss Ward.
There's
Who's Miss Ward?
There's this one person,
Madame
Jessa
Ward,
Rhodes.
wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Jessa Rhodes. She looks
Holy
exactly
shit.
like.
Was
Yo.
Miss Ward a teacher for you guys or something?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
Yes,
everyone
yeah.
always made it to class.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure this was like in elementary school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never had a teacher like that. My teacher sucked. I had a teacher that was named Miss Vodka.
Yeah, no, this
Name
teacher-
is Vodka.
She was some angry German.
No, this teacher.
That's the perfect
sucked.
last name for.
I know.
Wait, what's her last name?
Miss Vodka. She was just some angry German. I don't like that.
Makes sense.
That was it. I didn't
Miss
have.
Vodka.
I didn't have any good teachers. Like, you guys had Miss Ward, whoever.
Miss
this
Ward
was.
Yeah,
definitely
shout out
sucked.
Miss Downey, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, she was a shit teacher.
Oh, was she? Okay, so it was just
Yeah.
you guys just liked how she looked. You could-
She was a French teacher.
Oh,
I got
God.
into grade 9 and almost failed French. Because
That's brutal.
I knew nothing about French.
I miss
That's
her.
I know. Wait, hold. I knew this. Ready? Bonjour,
Wasn't it
mon
French in
nom,
grade
or
10?
je m'appelle Logan.
That's. You know what I know?
Am I tripping or was French in grade 10?
That was in grade 9.
That was optional.
You're tripping.
Well,
Then.
so Jean-Paul Zaki come out about too.
You know more than I do.
Bro, I didn't even take French class.
See, you know what I know in
Oh.
French? I know
I didn't even
the
take
most.
French.
Yes, Zach didn't even take a French class.
You like some special ed thing? You got
Learning
past it?
strategies.
Nice.
Strategies
My sister
instead.
got that.
Nah, that's fine.
That's an
I'm not
advantage.
ashamed of it.
Bro, this
See,
is homework club.
Well, you didn't really miss much. You know what I learned out of all of
Teachers
French
don't
that I
have
learned? I learned how to say le champignon et pomme, le na na na. I messed that up, but what I just said, the mushrooms, apples, and pineapple.
I still think I can count to 10.
Est-ce que je peux aller aux toilettes?
Oh, is that how you asked to go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
That's how you ask to get a fucking
I never asked to go to the bathroom.
Let me go to the bibliothèque.
Did you? No, hold on.
Allegedly.
You guys had different. Your schooling was different. So did you guys actually have to ask to go to the bathroom? Did they make a big
Yeah.
deal about it?
Yeah.
Really?
Bro, if you stood up and walked out of class.
You probably would have got suspended for that.
Actually, you know, okay. There was one class where I'd have to ask it. I was like, put my hand up, and I was like, and I'd wait there for 30 minutes, and you'd have to be like, it was one of the teachers where you're like, can I go to the bathroom? And they're like, oh no, can you? And you gotta be like, no, okay, fine, may I? And get up and leave.
Holy.
But no, then I had the rest of my teachers. You could stand up, just leave.
Oh.
I remember the one time some kid stood up, left, took off, got in his car, went to Morton's, came back, took the teacher a coffee. Yeah, no, it was sick. He just showed up, brought the teacher a coffee. Teacher was like, he was like, oh, you just missed out. We had a little bit of a presentation here. That's it. He's like, oh, okay, cool. One
So
second.
something like similar to that happened in our math class.
What do you mean?
Someone just got up, brought back to Timmy's or some shit.
I seen
I
some.
have no clue. I was barely in.
I guess, yeah,
Paying
someone went up,
attention.
got
Grade
Timmy's,
11
they
or
brought the
grade
teacher
12?
back a donut.
I seen someone.
Which,
someone.
grade 12?
Yeah. With
I've seen
Mr.
someone get
Willis.
thrown out a window in
Oh.
class.
What?
First story.
Yeah, first story. Well, first story and a half. It was a bit of a drop, but he was. It wasn't actually. No, it was kind of volunteer.
He,
What?
jumped.
It was like a mix of he got thrown out and volunteered to jump. It was like there was like an argument breaking out. We had a substitute. Which we had a substitute the whole year because our teacher got pregnant and ended up leaving. So they just
we
gave
had
us a
that.
permanent substitute, which substitute was awesome. But she left class, and then an argument broke out between some dude and some other guy in our class. I don't remember their names, and even if I do, I'm gonna be safe and not use their names, and we'll call one John and Jack. So we got Jack, which is the one guy who jumped out the window. So he was like, and this is a true story. This actually happened. I was sitting in class, and I knew Jack. I was talking to him quite a lot, and we were just minding our own business the one day, and him and John got into an argument. They were like yelling at each other over something stupid, and they started swearing at each other, and there was the whole "you want to fight" stuff coming out because that's the stupidest thing ever, and everyone results to that. And they're like threatening to fight each other, and then out of nowhere, the one guy stands up. He's way bigger than Jack.
Yeah.
So and then they both stand up, and he ran at Jack, and then Jack was right near the window, and like he kind of slightly pushed him, and he went towards the window, but as he did that, he got scared and just dove. So in the middle of the push, he just dove out the window, and then did like a barrel roll, and then John locked the window, and then the teacher came in and was like, "What the hell's happening?" There was a table flipped, the guy was out the window, it was locked. Then they just left him out there. The teacher just
What?
said, "Screw it, he's in trouble for jumping out the window," and he got in shit. It was bad. No,
He
my
put himself in that situation.
well, he did though. Like this.
Now my question is, where'd Mr. T go?
Mr. T?
Turf
Yo,
Oh, he
Mr.
disappeared.
T was my favorite substitute teacher ever because you could just be sitting in class, you could be bored of doing work, and you could be like, "Yo, Mr. T, what happened in India last week?" And he would
What
go,
happened
"Oh,
in
I
India?
walked
And
through
India.
India. I saw 7 dead bodies.
I talked to my Taliban friend, but my son died. So sad."
What the hell was this?
Why is
Mr. T,
have
the
an
best
accent?
fucking supply teacher.
I don't
you've
know.
had.
I
he was a
gave
supply
Mr.
teacher.
T an accent.
Was he there often?
Decent amount.
Yeah, heavy supply teacher.
Bro, They
That's
give
crazy.
him tell us, oh, there's homework for the kids to do. Yeah, I think he talked 99% of the class.
That's awesome.
But you
I
can
take
go
that.
on your phone. That
Oh,
was
okay.
the most
So it
crazy.
was like one of those balanced teachers. Like he's all right. But he's got some things that you're like,
Yo,
yeah.
there's
Yeah,
30
there's no
seconds
point going-
left.
And then we'll start a new one.
There's no point going on your phone because all you did is talk about India.
That's true. That
That was just funny.
That would be pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
Just talking about India all the
No,
time.
because if it's your 10th class with him and you hear the same India story for the 10th time.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's probably
he-
dreadful.
he
You're
flew
like, oh, I'm sick of this
He
shit.
jumped off
That's-
the train. He shot like fucking 3 birds at once. Like,
Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
bro's like the luckiest. He's the best person in the world.
Bro, he said he saw someone get burned.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Right
that's-
to the ground, burn them.
You start with
bro,
that.
Mr. T, he's seen the Indians get burned
In front of him.
in front of him.
That's pretty
Really?
brutal.
Yeah, no, he's weird.
You guys
That's
had,
not weird.
you guys had a
Why did you
weird
just
teacher.
stand there and watch
He's
that
holy,
though?
bro.
I
He
had a-
walked up to me and he's like, "You're doing really good in religion, and like, I just hope that the God and Spirit guides you."
No, he came up to me and he put his hand on my shoulder and was like, "God loves you."
Does he though?
Nah, he was looking
I hope
bad
not.
motivational.
As well, come on. As it was talked about last podcast, last episode. It's just a cult, man.
all it is a cult.
Yeah, exactly. He was just welcoming you to the cult. So but yeah, so that's pretty fucked up. We had a dead moment there.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just because Zach's just taking a little tinkle.
Yeah, we're missing out on our psycho guest, so sorry if there's less racist slurs if you were hoping for some.
Alright, hear me out.
All right.
Right?
I thought you were gonna drop a racist slur.
Why is Mexico bad at Olympics?
Oh God, is it because there's a wall in the way?
No, it's because everyone that can run, jump, and swim is already across the border.
So I did ask, but I never really went into it. I asked last episode. Have you guys heard of the whole aliens are real thing?
Yeah. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, well, most people don't. That's the crazy part. They released that. We're all still struggling to buy groceries. But so all about that stuff. I heard the other day. I was talking to some guy at work about it, and he's like, apparently out of nowhere, this real coincidence. There's a bunch of people, and it's like there's a place in the States, some kind of forest or something, that there's nonstop people going missing. There's been like 19 missing people in the last
they
week.
said that because there was an alien gone missing.
Wait, what?
There's what?
The alien kidnapped the alien?
The aliens
Yeah.
live among
So-
us.
What do you
live
think is
among
happening?
us.
You think the aliens are?
The aliens live
Bro, it's
among
the
us.
aliens, yo.
Area 51 lost an alien now, starting to fucking kidnap people.
Exactly, that's what
Oh,
I'm
okay.
thinking.
You think that's what's happening?
You think they just got aliens chilling in Area 51?
They said it. They do.
They probably,
They said that?
Yeah, they announced it. They said they
Yeah.
have that stuff.
bro, they're probably chilling with the aliens with like the big eyes and shit, you know, with like 3 fingers going.
They're in there smoking up a blunt. What the-
Yeah,
I
they
thought they
go.
were just confirming, like, yeah, we've seen, like, UFOs and shit.
No, they straight out confirmed.
I
They
wanna-
said they met extraterrestrial life.
I want to get a sloppy from an alien.
What?
You ever watch
It's gonna
Futurama?
go crazy.
Oh, Lilo.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you were talking about. That is so bad that you said that. I was like, I got
That
you.
was so quickly how you thought of it.
I used to watch.
Yeah,
car-
why about
Oh
it?
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Hand
about
drop from someone that does sign language must go hard.
that. Why do you keep dropping one-liners and we all go silent?
Nah, bro, y'all heard about that shit in Saudi Arabia? They're making the line, bro.
They're making
It's
what?
like
Oh, the
the
line.
line.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking-
Did you hear about that?
fucking,
Hear about the
in
line.
2030, I think that's when it's gonna
Yeah,
be
2030,
finished, right?
2040, they said roughly.
The line, bro.
So it's gonna be a whole
It's
new
like
way they do
fucking
cities.
72 kilometers,
Yeah.
and there's like a fucking, like, I don't know how big it is, but there's like houses on this side all the way through, houses
You know,
on this side all
The
the way
theory
through.
to it is actually a genius idea. You can go look it up, obviously. Like, pull up a YouTube video and we can play that right now. Listen, everybody.
It's
but-
beautiful.
No, it's actually so. What it is, it's gonna be like a new way they're gonna do cities, and they're gonna on the desert, like one of the biggest deserts in the world. They're gonna stretch this massive line across the entire desert, just single line. It's gonna be a certain amount of feet wide or whatever, and it's gonna have height to it. That's the biggest thing. It's gonna be super tall, and it's no, they're gonna be glass.
It's gonna be like a bunch of big
So you're gonna have 2
cities,
glass walls
right?
going across, and it's just gonna be cities, and there's gonna be roads, and the whole point is to have cities with convenience. Everything you need is in 5-minute walking time, no matter what. There's gonna be escalators and stairs and elevators and all types of things, and there'll be these little subway hypercars that'll take you to the next city in line.
Where is this?
It's Saudi Arabia. They plan on
Yeah.
making this, and it's gonna be they're basically to kind of fix overpopulation in a way. They're gonna be able to put more people here. Like think about that. You make a line like that, you're gonna fit a solid couple million people there. That's gonna drop some problems, right?
Yeah, but like, what if my bitch isn't in that line?
What if the glass breaks?
Well, they're gonna make it hella thick. Like the glass is gonna be as thick as like 6 of our house. Like, it's gonna be some thick glass, but it's still gonna be glass, so you can see through it and stuff, so you don't feel like you're trapped in between 2 walls. But no, honestly, I think if they do that,
are.
well, you are.
Bro, what if you, like, just flip someone off from, like, the other side of the
What are they gonna do about it?
Real shit.
You're gonna have to learn sign language. You're gonna be.
But
throwing
why?
out gang
But why is there
signs,
gonna be
like-
some dude on the other side of the glass just some dude in the desert walking by the line? Hi guys.
I would so moon him
He's
to
tr-
like show my dick.
My thing is how do you find a way in though? Like, how are they gonna do that? Is it gonna be separate doors, like at the bottom of the what? Like, are you gonna trek through the desert to get to the line?
No, they're probably gonna get like helicopters and shit fly you in.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
That's so many
But then how
But
helicopters.
there's a lot of helicopters.
Almost
And
the
how do they?
price of
Well,
that.
see, they won't get out because the whole point is you're gonna have everything you need in it.
So you won't need to leave.
Theoretically, you
So
can live there.
You're trapped.
Yeah, you're
But
trapped.
this-
What's
see,
the point?
now-
It's a house.
see,
You're supposed to live there.
That's the part that's bothering me. It makes it seem like it's gonna be like just you're trapped, you're stuck in a place, and you can't go nowhere. But what they're making it seem like is it's gonna be like a full-on, basically a whole nother state, a whole nother province, but all in a line. So you can go for a 40-minute ride down on some weird train down the line, and you end up at some kind of beach or something. They're gonna have full-on parks in it, beaches. They have a lot of wildlife zoos, theme parks.
In the desert?
Yeah,
Hell
inside the line. They want to do this so they can basically, fix overpopulation and a bunch of other problems like that, which I think is a good idea. But like, is that really gonna work out? Imagine some
find
kind of
out.
riot breaks out in the line.
What?
A riot breaks out in the line,
Yo.
or a massive car crash. Someone goes flying. Which there's not gonna be cars.
There's
They
no
said that.
cars.
Yeah, they said it's just gonna be like train. But what if one of the trains or some things derails? It could go through the glass.
The next version of 9/11.
Yo, someone's gonna want to crash into that.
Look at a plane flying.
Oh,
Bro, we brought up 9/11 in both podcasts.
Yeah, we can't bring up that in both. As much as it's such a historical, famous moment.
It just it might be your favorite holiday and everything.
It's a different terrorist attack. What terrorist attack are you talking about?
I don't know.
I don't know of any others.
Let's look it up.
That's like the most famous
It's
one.
the only one that.
You wanna know the
the
most-
Pentagon.
The Pentagon,
Wait,
oh
it's the
god.
same.
That's the same event.
Fuck.
I just said event. That's not cool. But you know what is
It's a live show.
The
You know-
Boston bombing.
the Boston? That was a big deal. I think there's a movie about that actually.
Yeah, bro, that was fun.
I think there's a movie about that.
That's
I
a
think
good
it's with
movie.
Mark
That's a good
Wahlberg.
movie. What was the bridge one? Like they were running a marathon?
Oh, the bridge one. I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the name of that though.
Boston marathon?
London
no way Boston had
Bridge
two
is
events.
fun.
No,
Remember that
Poor
book we
Boston.
read in grade 8?
Pardon?
Remember the book we read in grade 8?
What book?
What book?
The one with the
Fish?
I was-
Indian girl that got her parents taken away, thrown into by the Taliban, blown up by landmines and stuff.
You read this grade 8?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit. I know what you're talking about. Like they lived in like a poor ass hotel thing.
Yeah.
Then yeah, like they couldn't show her face, so she like cut her hair like a little boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
No, I don't remember this.
Really?
I remember we've read like Anne Frank in like grade 6.
Pretty sure they're reading me
Boy.
Treehouse or something. I don't even know.
Bro, y'all remember Fish in a Tree, bro?
Fishing.
What's fish in a tree?
You remember Fish in a Tree? Bro, that shit was fire. There's this dyslexic bitch. Bro, you know Mr. My Dinner?
Why it was like 5 years old looking at a tree as
he
a fish
played
hanging
like
out of
guitar
it.
and shit, bro. And he was like the best teacher. And he was a substitute because Miss Becker's whole ass got pregnant.
So what was fish in a tree?
It was a movie about this dyslexic bitch, and like it was pretty much how she felt at a place, like a fish in a tree would feel at a place.
A fish in a tree would be dead. It's got no air.
No, but like imagine if it was like.
So she's dead inside,
It's
like
just-
dead inside
oh,
the tree.
okay.
I get what you're saying. That's a
But
weird
like
spot
it's
for it.
just like why the fuck is it in a tree?
Yeah, that's
Just
just
why
weird.
the fuck?
What is
is
this
he
beeping?
dyslexic and-
That is the Rogers van backing up.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is
why
that
then?
loud?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's loud. Jeez, I didn't know it was that loud. I guess that makes sense. I hear it downstairs sometimes. It's pretty messed up.
Yeah, it's
Meanwhile,
like a
one
daily
guy's
thing,
over here
too.
just munching on pizza bites.
No, that should be
You
cool.
left these on the car.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one who brought them in.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would have left them on the car. I was thinking about it. So I might just leave these on the roof. Next person to drive them, just pizza bites flying
Yeah, I
down the
looked in there.
windshield.
I didn't see them, and then I came back here and they were on the table.
Yeah, it was because I brought them inside of the car and then they were sitting there. No, it was pretty brutal. But yeah,
I was just setting up my new phone.
you know what a really dangerous thing is to bring up in like any content that gets published?
What?
Russia right now.
Russia?
Yeah, you bring up Russia and Putin.
Mother Russia.
Such a dangerous topic right now.
Why is it dangerous?
Because the guy's an idiot.
He.
Oh, you're
Even that's a bit.
Gets drone striked in 3 seconds.
Alright guys, nice
Alright,
knowing you.
see ya.
But
This isn't even published.
I don't-
yet.
I don't
We're-
get-
We're in your walls.
I don't get that whole war shit that they got going on. Like what you know what I don't understand? What's up with the whole nuke shit? Explain that to me.
As
Why
soon as one person drops a nuke on
what is what are people's
country with nukes,
thoughts on that though?
That's World War III, bro.
We're all dead.
We're all dead. Yeah.
Like, why
Real
is it
shit,
they
bro.
think
You know what Albert Einstein said?
what?
He said, I don't know what will happen.
Like I said, I don't know what he said.
I don't know what will happen during World War III, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones.
You know what?
Because it's a reset back to
That
the
could
Stone
happen.
Age. 'Cause
Well, see,
we're all gonna
my thing
fucking
that-
nuke everything.
That doesn't make any sense. Is everyone's like, oh, you said something I don't like. I'm gonna nuke you now. What?
Yeah.
Why? You basically just said something I don't like. I'm gonna kill us all now.
Bro, ego got hurt, you know?
Like, you can't just say, all right, we're gonna reset the world because you said that you called me a pussy. You can't, like, that's the bullshit that's happening in war.
They talk like women.
Like, it's so horrible. It's just so. Look at ignore you
They
say.
talk like women.
Wait, what did you say?
He said they talk like women.
All the
You're gonna bring all the feminists into the comments.
What, the Russians?
Oh god.
Bro, just anyone who wants war, like all the politicians, they're all faggots. I don't give a shit. They're all faggots. They just sit there playing their little laptop. Ooh, let's nuke some bitch.
Yeah. No,
Cause he called me gay. I'm gonna nuke them.
I don't know. That shit pisses me off. It doesn't make any sense. Like I don't know what you're getting out of it.
Man, fuck
Bro, I
gays.
seen a TikTok video of this dude about like fucking World War One.
He was in World War One. Was the video in World War One? No. Okay.
He was talking about it, and he was like, "Yo, this is like what really happened in school. Like, didn't teach you shit."
It doesn't teach you
And,
shit
like,
now.
So like,
I'm willing to go
I
to
didn't do
school
any
for his
research
president.
into it, so I don't know if it's facts or not.
Yeah.
But the gist of it, he's like, "Yo, like these 3 countries, all of them, like they had the same fucking foster parent, and like
Okay.
they were chilling when they were kids, right?
Yeah.
And they all get split up, and now they're all kings in these all countries and shit,
Okay.
right? Not kings, but like pretty
Presidents,
much kings,
governments, kings, shit like that.
right? Yeah. So then they're like, all right, let's fuck around. Yo, fuck you.
It's a laptop still.
Yo, fuck you. Yo, fuck you. And then like that whole shit, like,
It's a minute of
because
fuck
the
you.
assassination of France fucking Ferdinand, I think,
Yeah.
that was the start of it. But like real shit, how did that escalate?
I don't. How does all
But
that shit
exactly,
escalate though?
That's what the thing. The
That's
dude
like if
was
I looked.
talking
That's like if
about.
I looked at Logan right
That-
now and said his
it-
shirt's gay, and then all of a sudden, 10 minutes later, we're all beating the shit out of each other in the biking room.
Yo,
Mhm.
are you saying my shirt's gay because you don't like the color of the size?
What, do you not like black now? Because I'm wearing a black shirt.
Yo, are you calling Zach
See?
racist?
Whoa, yo,
That's-
chill out, yo.
That's what I mean. That is how war starts. They escalate that bad. You're right. That is horrible. How does that shit happen? That doesn't make any
Yo,
fucking
we gotta
sense.
get to a point in this podcast where we're all standing up and screaming at each other.
What, like an angry fit, or just because?
Well, like, see,
No,
well,
we're like, yeah.
that's, you know, because sometimes when you listen to a podcast, you know, someone will mention something, and then everyone starts disagreeing, and then everyone's getting all hyped about it,
And
they're
now
yelling
that we're a
back and
big group
forth.
of people, it's
It can happen.
Exactly.
Anything can happen. But
Zach,
I saw a podcast on Pornhub where they all had a different
on Pornhub. Hey, why are you
podcast
watching
on Pornhub.
podcasts on the Pornhub?
Bro, like, some of them are fucking
this
lit.
guy is so deprived. Every word.
Bro,
bro, I be
who's
watching
that board?
gameplay
You
on
know,
there and
maybe
shit.
we'll hook you up with someone who's watching the podcast. Now, they might be a guy, because chances are they're going to be guys.
Nah, fuck
I
yeah.
was thinking about
Give me
that.
your other She's been on a podcast before.
It's a freestyle, and I'm going wild, and I'm
What?
with my bros at the table.
Oh, we got more.
Come
We
to
still-
the
we still got 2 more
podcast if
things
you're
left.
able. I'll leave you
They're doing it for the
disabled.
last little bit.
You're a
this one,
vegetable.
I guess.
I'ma cook you up.
What?
That's what it is. I'ma say what.
I'm
I'll
not-
see you in a second, cause the time is up, bro.
But yes, you know, I think it's a good time. We've hit that part of the podcast. I think it's time to talk about some stories. What type of stories? There's all different types.
I'm gonna use
Slap a belt on
anime
your
character.
dick.
Are you
I have a lot
okay?
of anger behind
Do you need help? We
A
can
little
call
bit.
someone.
You want to right here, right
All right,
now?
we're changing this to an AA meeting. So
Okay.
my name's... All right, but
I've been here for 13 and a half years.
it's okay. No one cares. So real story time. So, you know, a crazy thing that I've learned is there's a lot. You know, weed is legal here in Canada. Before I say it, yes, we are in Canada. Weed is legal here in Canada when you are of age. Don't be doing this if you're underage, but it is of age. So that's just that being said, and this is an 18 plus podcast. It's said right in the beginning of it. But as you can hear, but see, here's the thing. So that wasn't weed. That was my bubble gun. But no, it was. But the thing I have learned is it causes some crazy shit. Even when there's a little, just like it's by itself. There's a lot of hardcore drugs out there, and it's a serious problem. Obviously, there's a lot of people that are doing some shit you probably shouldn't. There's like natural shit, which, you know, I have nothing against the natural.
What do you mean
shit.
probably shouldn't?
Probably should. What-
Yo,
there's-
have you ever done shrooms?
I have never done any. But no, I've never done nothing. But my friend has done shrooms and weed, and I'm not gonna state his name on here. I'm not gonna out him like this, but I will. Say, he probably won't even remember because that's how bad this is. Oh, should I talk about the cereal story, Logan?
I think you should.
You guys know about this. I don't. You guys don't. Okay, so The one time I was like, I'm gonna go hang out with my buddies. So I figured, go knock on his door. But I was like, I don't actually knock on his door. So I figured I'd just open it. I walk in. His mom's not home. No one's home. I haven't heard from him in a while. The last time I heard from him was hours ago, and he texted me, said, hey, you want to hang out later? I said, yeah, sure, I'll be there in a bit. That was what we talked. We talked about it. It was communicated. I just walk in the house, and as I'm walking in, I get in the kitchen, because that's where the first room that you enter. And I get in the kitchen, I look onto the table at the right, and there's this, in this order, there's a half-eaten peanut butter and jelly sandwich. There is a bowl of Fruit Loops with no milk in it, in the box, and then there's just like stuff missing, and I had no clue what was going on, and I was like, why is there just shit all here? And it was like, I go into and there was no spoon or anything, and then I go into the living room, and I'm standing there for like 2, 3, 4 minutes watching my buddy because of what he was doing, and I'm looking at him, and then I look at the TV. The TV's black screen, not on, it's off, and he's staring at it intently, and he's got a spoon and a cup of water. And he's eating the water with the spoon, watching a black screen. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, and I go, so what are you doing? What are you watching? He's like, oh, it's this weird show. It's kind of dark. There's like some cars driving by. I'm like, your TV's off. That's the reflection from the main window. He's like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, you're not watching. He's like, I was wondering when we're going to get to the part. I was like, what? And I'm talking to him, and I look at him, and he's like, you also realize that you're not eating your cereal, right? Your Fruit Loops are still out of the counter. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, you're eating water with a spoon. He's like, whoa. He's like, can you grab me my Fruit Loops? So I decided I'll go grab him his Fruit Loops. It'll be nice to have his Fruit Loops. But he's sitting there eating water, and the other crazy part is that was weed. That was it. But he smoked that much.
How much?
I don't know. That's how much.
He doesn't remember?
No. He doesn't even remember this situation. I've asked him about it. He doesn't remember.
That sounds fun as fuck, though.
Just imagine getting that high where you can just be like, yeah.
But to be fair, he does a lot. Like, I mean, like...
Heavy?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he makes people who do it look like they don't. It's hardcore. So... It was intense. So that's the day I learned that. And there was one time my sister, she was at a party, and she had the magic mushrooms. Those Mario Extra Life ones, you know what I mean? And I got a message the one time. Yeah, it starts with a message. So I get a message from her, and she goes, oh my god, this is crazy. Look, the couch is moving. And she sends a picture of the couch. Can you hear how many things are wrong with that? She sent a picture to show me the couch was moving. Number one, the couch is moving to her eyes, not real life. Number two, it's a picture. If it was moving in real life, I can't see nothing moving.
She probably seen him moving in the picture too.
Yeah, she sent me a picture. She's like, the couch is moving. I'm like, really? It's moving?
Imagine
Like,
if
Sax
the
over here
couch was
crying.
actually moving though, and she was like just tripping out.
Yeah, maybe it was.
That
I wasn't there.
That'd be wild.
But yeah, no, there's some crazy stuff that people have happen to them. And then there's like, you can go the opposite direction. If you're talking about story shit, there's things people deal with, with their friends or them in situations where they have done way more of a substance they probably should have. And then you end up in a situation like that. And then there's shit you can bring up. We start talking about paranormal shit. That's a completely different story.
Oh, yeah.
Ghost paranormal shit.
Bro, can I say something?
You know what? Go for it. Is this Drug Jesus, the guy we was in podcast number 1?
This is Drug Jesus from podcast number 1.
Guy on the phone. This is guy on the phone.
Use drugs in moderation.
Yeah.
So we were doing. Well, he was doing DMT, right?
Oh God.
And he was hitting that shit, right? And he was like, I don't know if I should have another hit. So he takes another hit, right? He's like ripping this shit.
Okay.
He takes another hit. Okay. So like. He's feeling it already.
Okay.
And usually when you want to break through, because he thought he wanted to break through, so he's like, all right, I think I'm ready. So, like, I had to hit it for him. Not hit it, like, light it and shit.
You did. What did you do?
So, like, I was lighting that shit. I was like, yo, bro, you just keep sucking, keep sucking. It was like, no, bro. It was a fat ass fucking
What a Zach moment.
Bro held it in for like 15 seconds. He blew it out. He was like, I need to lay down. So he laid down.
You could end the story.
We were fucking blowing the shit at him. And he's just like, I don't know what he's feeling, bro. He might be breaking through. Cause he's like, oh, bro.
Oh man.
He said he saw a ghost in the corner. There was a fifth energy.
No, I'll give him this.
In the
He
group.
was on a show of TNT.
And
So he may or may not have
got
saw
a
a ghost.
tattoo on his fucking leg.
Yeah.
Beth. He doesn't know Beth, but he believes that the entity that was there that day is Beth. Cause he
Beth be
felt
having a
this
good time.
strong. He felt this strong.
Beth is sucking harder.
W Beth.
W.
So,
WDMT.
well, he's talking about his brother seeing ghosts. Do you guys all believe in ghosts?
I do.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I
What-
do.
What about you?
No.
All right, well, I want to hear your thoughts.
Who you gonna call?
What is your thought? I want to hear the one. Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
So it's 4-1. So I gotta ask, why don't you believe? I'm not offended. If people don't believe in ghosts, it's not a
Pussy.
problem.
Believe in ghosts.
Why don't you believe in ghosts? I want to hear your theory on this or your thoughts. What's up with that?
Because I'm stubborn, don't want to be like everyone else.
Is that it?
I
So you don't legitimately have a real reason. To you, they could
Yeah, and
exist.
you've seen ghosts before.
don't believe they're ghosts. They're full
You don't want
Do you
to.
believe the idea of something like it?
You
kind
said
of?
you've seen a face in your window, in your bedroom window.
Yeah, but that's also probably because I
Here's
scared
Michael
the
Jackson.
shit out of myself when I was younger. Like, you know when like you scare yourself enough, you believe you see something, but it's not actually there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that could have been.
I
a thing.
could
I
be
used to
true.
believe I was hearing chainsaw sounds. Like I tried to go
That's
to bed,
messed up.
and I thought I'd hear like somebody breaking into my house with a chainsaw.
Really?
How old were you?
I was like probably like still 12, 11.
Cambridge,
Bro.
that might have actually been happening to me.
Like, I watched this YouTube video on like the world's scariest criminals, and like one person's like escaped and he's in Ontario. Bro, like all night I could not sleep. I had fucking like nightmares, some shit. Oh no, I was still awake. See my door open, all I see is just this fucking square face looking at me. Because the prisoner had a square face.
Was it Steve from Minecraft?
No, no, like you, like the. Oh, fuck, give me a fucking minute.
He's gonna search up. But so there you go. You're the one guy who doesn't believe in ghosts. Now, why does everyone else here believe in ghosts?
just
Do you
believe
have an
suckers.
experience, or do you just believe in? Like, here, what about you, Wyatt? What are you? An experience, or you just believe?
I feel like I've felt energy.
You felt like energy. You see, that's a fair one too, because like
But-
you can feel them.
It's just like the vibe of it, right?
You never
Like,
see
oh,
anything
shit.
though.
No.
What about you, Dylan?
I've never seen nothing, but I feel like I've experienced, you know, like the energy.
Yeah, you've
Shit
experienced
that,
the
it's like
feelings.
that I can't
See,
explain.
Out of anyone here, I
places
think
you
I'm the
walk
one
into
who's-
a room and you
yeah.
just get that cold chill, and you're like, "Yo, this is like
I've seen tons of
this
stuff
is
about that guy.
different
Saw his face
vibe.
in the
Like,
door.
why is it weird?"
Oh.
That's pretty messed up.
Because I scared
But-
myself enough to think.
I think because I know, look, have you somewhat experienced stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've-
In this house, yeah.
Yeah, you've experienced more than they have.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, I
Well,
had,
it's
like,
because
one
I've
potential.
been believing in it for so long.
Wait, 'cause see, that's the
because
thing.
of you.
Yeah, see, my bad. But
Is it 6 now?
give that a quick swipe.
Oh, okay, no.
But,
I actually thought of a reason why. I had
Oh, you
that.
thought of a reason why you don't believe them.
Yeah, because I believe in reincarnation. So I just believe they straight go back to like another person.
What if they got lost? What if they're trying to find someone and they can't make their way?
Well, that's
Let's
not how
see.
it works.
You never know.
It
It's
can
not-
be.
In my mind, it
It can be.
does. In my mind.
Well,
it does.
I guess
Believe in
everyone
purgatory?
thinks it different.
What?
Purgatory?
Yeah. So I believe that I was in purgatory one time, which is this is a scary one. This is probably one of the scariest things I've ever experienced. I've experienced a shitload of ghost stuff, more than I should. Literally every house I've ever been to, I have had here too. Here including, there's been stuff happen here. Not a crazy amount. We're on a low amount here, but there's been a lot. And so I heavily believe in ghosts, obviously, because I've experienced an unbelievable amount of stuff from them, which is why
Yeah.
Logan believes them more, because he knows I'm not going to be lying about all this. I don't even know how the hell I'd make up these stories. But so I know I'm not, because it was terrifying. Now, I've gotten to the point where
Yeah,
I've...
you're not that creative.
Yeah, I struggle with stuff, but I learned stuff because of all the experience I had with ghosts. I learned how I believe that the more energy and more you talk about it, and the more situations, you're bringing out energy for them to feed off of. This is a weird way to explain it, but it's kind of like how you were told Santa was existing when you were little. You know how they said, the more you believe in him, the more he shows up, the more real he is. It's kind of how
Santa's
ghosts
real?
actually are.
Santa's not real?
Oh man, sorry guys.
What?
But no, legit though, like, think about it. If they feed off, if they are energy based, and you're talking about how much you believe in them, you're producing an energy, and they can feed off that, and then they'll show themselves more. Which I believe in them too much because I've had the experience. So they feed off mad energy from me. So the one time, the purgatory story, one of the scariest things that's ever happened to me. I didn't even see anything. I have stories where I've seen stuff, clear as day, which I've told you guys of some of those. And I can tell there's many other times. But the one that scared me the most was the purgatory one. Because it was a feeling. It wasn't something I saw, right?
Yeah.
It was like 3 a.m. I was younger, and I woke up. And I was going down the hall to go to the bathroom. Just, an average thing. And obviously 3 a.m. messed up time. Not a great time for that. And I know I wasn't dreaming. Because I don't know about you guys, but I can know when I'm not dreaming. Like some people,
I can't do that.
see, I know if I'm not dreaming, I'm not dreaming. I know that, and so I was walking down the hall, and I know I'm wide awake, and I'm going to the bathroom, and I get almost there, and all of a sudden, as I'm walking there, all the sound just kind of vanished around me. There was no noise, not even my footsteps, not my breath, not my own talking. It was just emptiness, which already is terrifying enough. And then all you can hear, all out of nowhere, is just the fan at the end of the hall, an old metal rickety fan, just doing the creaking on the floor. Which is just a terrifying combination. No sound and just a rickety fan at the end of the hall. And I hear that, and then all of a sudden I got really cold, like an unbelievably cold. And I have a warm temperature, like I don't get cold easy. So all of a sudden, still no noise. I hear footsteps come running down the hall behind me, and as something touched my shoulder, all the sound came back. And then I asked someone about it. I've asked someone who knows more about like religious stuff and ghost stuff and all that. And they said I might have been in purgatory. And that was why I was on the edge of it. Like that was someone trying to pull me in. Like, hey, come with. Like, you're coming with me. You're dying here. Like that type of moment.
I was gonna say, don't you ever think
grabbing you, or like?
Yeah, the person grabbed me. That was someone trying to pull me in. Someone trying to be like, hey, this is it. This is where you're dying. This is how you're gonna die. But then I guess I ignored it, and I continued walking, or I woke up, or something happened, right? Something caused me to come out of it. So like that was messed up. And the worst part is I've never felt that shitty ever in my life. That was the shitty. It wasn't even like I felt like a bad person. It was like I felt horrible down to the core. Like I just felt bad. Like that was the bad energy. I'm sure you guys have felt times where you guys just feel like shit all of a sudden. Like mentally, it's not even about anything that happened in your life, not something that happened that day. You're in an area and you just feel bad, or you feel scared, or feel unsafe, and you have no clue why. That's known as a type of energy, right? That is apparently you're feeding off stuff. The scariest thing I read was something about the darkness, being in dark. You know how you always get that feeling someone's watching you in the dark? I read something that was saying there is something watching you.
Yeah, I see something like that before.
Yeah, that thing that's watching you, it's actually known as an ancient demon of the dark. There's many names for it, and it's one of the most original demons ever known to exist. And apparently it's the one that lurks in the dark and watches you.
Oh, damn, that demon seems some shit.
That demon are like neutral.
Not great.
Not great. Like, what's his D&D?
He's not trying to hurt you necessarily, but he's trying to induce fear and just make you feel horrible and make you know you're not alone, but not in a great way. Yeah, so he's not there out to hurt you, but it's just not there for any good intentions either.
So I think that's the thing the one energy that I feel the most type of thing.
Zach, I don't believe in any of this shit. Zach,
you just gotta be different.
He's the one guy in the podcast. There's always the one guy, whether it's a guest or one of the main people. But as one of the guests, he's the guy who's always like, nah, I disagree with all your shit. I got all my own shit. All right, Zach, drop an opinion. What's something that we're all gonna disagree with? You're on pressure on point.
Yeah, come on, dog. Say something. Come on. Quick.
I can't say my opinions. I'll get canceled.
You'll get canceled?
I'll get canceled.
Come on, say something.
Come on, you're gonna have all that.
Okay, if I fucking see a ball sack hanging out of a skirt this year, I will shoot myself.
A ball sack hanging out of a skirt. I'd rather not see a some balls hanging out of a skirt.
Yeah, no, yeah. I can agree to that extent. Like, personally...
I'm not killing nobody over
Okay, no, if you do it, like, in a private area, yeah, sure, but if you do it in public where there's kids, I'm grabbing a knife and chopping it off.
You know, not that violent, but yeah, around kids, they shouldn't be pushing that shit on kids.
Yeah.
That's messed up. The kid's just trying to figure out if he wants to be a fighter or a policeman. He doesn't want to know if he needs to be a boy or a girl.
No one really wants to see that, no matter what.
He's just trying to go to the monkey bars later.
Yeah, he doesn't need to know whether he's a boy or a girl. He feels like some kind of special chromosome. Like, no, he just wants to know. He wants to go play in the monkey bars.
What about breastfeeding in public?
Breastfeeding in public.
What's wrong with it?
Okay, if you're breastfeeding in public, you don't cover up.
Okay,
enjoy it.
No, hold on. Oh fuck. No, here's my thing about that. That is like, I think it is okay, but not for the creepy reasons. You shouldn't be a creep like Zach over here and just go watch secretly in the corner, especially in the dark like he described before. You don't want to sit there and watch that because that's not.
But
that's
if the kid hungry, he hungry.
yeah. If he's hungry, he's hungry. You can't just deprive the kid of his food.
And
Or
if
just
my
don't-
eyes are
don't-
hungry,
Don't do it at like
You
parks and
can't
shit with
deprive
kids.
them.
Yeah.
Do it at least
So,
like
let's say
a
you're
private
out
area.
for lunch, and you, your husband, and your kid, and the kids start to bawling their fucking eyes out, like just so annoying. Nobody else wants to hear that shit. Just pop a titty.
And
feed-
there's
feed the
blankets.
Honestly,
There's blankets,
yeah.
jackets,
No,
sweaters.
no, if
Cover a little bit. You're fine.
If you're out at a restaurant and you want to give them some milk, go to your car for a couple minutes and feed them.
What?
Don't do it in the middle of the fucking restaurant.
I think there's smarter ways to do that, but like I get what you're saying. I think there's smarter ways to get
like
away
the
with it.
washroom.
Yeah, because a lot of places have like fancier places have like baby changing areas and
Yeah.
shit like that.
Do you
So
ever think like sometimes like that happens at the same time, two people, so they're just like in the washroom like talking. to
oh,
each
that
other,
is
like-
probably the funniest, awkwardest situation. I can just imagine that. You get like some mom walks in, she starts changing her baby, and then some other mom walks in, and she's like, "You bitch,
Nah, sometimes
my baby
there's-
shit himself.
This is my
Hurry up."
area.
Sometimes it's just two pregnant women and one's like not producing the milk. They can get their baby to the other mother and.
I have heard of that,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
think isn't it like I don't know. I love a world talking. None of us know shit about this.
Men
But-
can lactate
They can.
If
Really?
you believe
Yeah,
hard
they
enough,
can.
under
If you believe hard enough, you can do anything, right?
No, I got a friend.
We got a Colombian friend whose mother milked him when he was born.
It's true. Ethan.
Why does his mother milk him? That's a little weird.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why'd she milk him?
Uh,
Because
it's
it's
just
Colombian
a-
tradition.
Yeah.
That's a weird
They milk
Colombian
their
tradition.
children.
baby,
and their
come
boys.
here, I need to milk you.
What is that? What is that Colombian tradition? I'm so.
Wait,
Man,
so the mom drinks his fucking.
No.
What?
Yo.
I see what you did. Like,
No,
this
she
is
just
what I
grabs
did.
it and starts like squeezing.
I want to compare. Who's
Oh,
better?
she like milks his tit though.
Yeah, to get all the milk out so he's a proper boy.
What?
Are we not proper boys?
Yo, like,
No, we're white.
Oh no.
No one
Looking
gives a
sick,
shit
am?
about white
Nah,
people.
Dylan been squeezing my shit recently. I'm
Nah,
chilling.
cuh.
Squeeze it.
I was squeezing mad nipples, okay? You hear? You hear me?
Oh god.
Yeah.
That's some messed up stuff. You know what? Traditions are so weird.
Smack the
Traditions
back.
are culture.
Yes,
though.
sir.
That is such a weird
Saying
thing to say.
culture is weird.
No,
Traditions
not like that.
Are culture though. Saying culture is weird is subjective
Yo, that
to
was
what your
beautiful.
culture would be, right? Because
Yeah.
imagine if you grew up into a different culture and you
Yeah.
came here, right?
Yeah.
And you entered this podcast with your exact mindset.
Yeah.
But just like with different
Yeah.
culture ideals and priorities, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just the way you grew up. But
See-
you can still think the same.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. No matter what it is, I think the same. Even about any Canadian traditions or cultures, I think traditions and cultures are so strange. Some of them are just weird as hell. Like the Colombian one, that's a weird one. I don't understand that. Like I get the what they're said they're trying to do, but it's just to me it's just weird as hell.
You know how Africans are always complaining they don't have water? Just build your house closer to water.
They don't have water to build.
That's
their
actually
house
kind of
here.
good.
Just build it closer to water. Build a station to clean out the water.
'Kay.
Then you have water.
To an extent, he's right.
Two things: they have to build a house.
Because
Your
they're always
water.
complaining
Okay, but no,
about
no,
Three
but-
fucking
things:
okay,
they have to
no.
find
No,
water.
no,
Why don't they just
build a house
exactly.
near water.
That is true.
And
Give
then
me a minute.
build
Give me a minute.
the
Everyone shut the
water.
fuck
We just
up.
solved
Very
world
station.
thirst.
Everyone, shut the fuck up. It's like, you know, like everyone knows about Africans. They don't have shit. If they're always complaining, oh, they don't have the money to fix it. Okay, if we're trying to help them, let's go fucking build it.
Oh, we built them a water plant.
Yeah, I mean, people come down.
Why?
every once
I
in a
feel
while.
like
know
we-
it's
I feel like we have. You know, I
We
feel like
have.
we're all like way out of date
Alright,
here.
guys.
Yeah, I think it is
We
time
need
to
to
give this its
freestyle.
send off, and with its send off, we'll do the traditional little freestyle that happens at the end that people tend to do. Now, I'm not gonna say I'm taking part. We got some people taking part.
I'm not taking part.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we freestyle on the see why not. I just touched your grandma, she a thought. And then I poof away like Dr. Hot. But Dr. Evil, and I'm going super hard like Knievel, What that means, I don't know. I'm
kind
like
of a monk.
beaver. What the hell? I'm in the four-seater.
You know what? We just solved world thirst and this shit.
And I'm
We bar
beatboxing
for
got me
bar.
lightheaded. Oh shit, I ain't going to no heaven. I accidentally did a sin, but I will not look for God to forgive. I am sorry. I am mad. I am happy. I'm bipolar. Yo, he's sick older. He is older.
And
And a polder.
that was it. So, see you on the next episode of Honestly, Why Not? May or may not be more guests next time, or it'll be different ones, or it'll just be the traditional 3. We shall see what happens next time.
Should Zach give us a send-off?
Zach, give us
He started it. I think he should.
Zach, give us your send-off. Drop some crazy note. Oh,
Oh, yo.
that was nasty.
That was wet.
No, that was gross.
was
Did you
wet.
just shit yourself? And
Hold
He
on.
just shit himself.